Hi everyone! Okay, so today I have a video for you about the Vancouver Film School Summer Intensive programs that they have. I was invited to participate in the Makeup Design for Film and Television Summer Intensive. And as some of you may know, I actually took the 12-month program. I graduated a year ago, so I started 2 years ago. It's a 12-month program, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. And it's pretty intense because you learn a lot of stuff in that amount of time. They jam-pack it with everything. So, so they invited me to blog about it. And I was a student, basically, again, and I got to redo some of the things that I've done before in the full program. And I got to, observe everybody else as they, experience it for the first time. And yeah, so let's get started. I'll just kind of go along with the schedule and talk a little bit about it. I'll play some videos and you'll see pictures and all that kind of stuff. So I started on Monday and we all had to go to a theater for a little bit of a orientation. And at the orientation they gave us our schedules, talked a little bit about Vancouver Film School. I'll call it VFS. And they gave us some things. So the first item that they gave us was a backpack. And in the backpack, they gave us, let's see, an umbrella, because many people that actually go or come to Vancouver for the intensives and also to go to school don't actually live in Vancouver. So they're from the States or South America or Europe or somewhere, or Australia actually too, South Africa. There was people from South Africa there. So yeah, they aren't familiar with Vancouver weather, and Vancouver weather is rainy. So when you're in Rome, do what the Romans do and carry an umbrella with you at all times. And then they also included where is it now? Oh yeah, a water bottle here too, and our schedules. So they gave us the orientation, and then afterwards we met up with Laura, who is the program manager, I believe. And she is like the person that you go to if you need anything. So she took us on like a brief little tour, showed us where the lunchroom is and everything. Lunch is included every single day of the 5 days. So the first thing that happened after Laura brought us in the classroom was that we met Michelle Peterson, who is a very experienced makeup artist in the film industry, and she's also been an instructor for a couple decades, I think. And then Stan Edmonds came in, who is the makeup department head, and he's also a very experienced makeup artist for the film industry. He's worked on like The Unforgiven, I, Robot, which is like one of my favorite movies. The Butterfly Effect, that's with Ashton Kutcher, Just Friends with Ryan Reynolds, and yeah, Scary Movie. He's done like a ton of different movies in his history. And he gave a little presentation kind of on a brief history of makeup, basically, in the film industry. And then, we all introduced ourselves and everything, and and so then after he left, we had Michelle paint a skull. So that was the first thing on the schedule. And then so she demoed that, and then after she demoed, then they gave us out our little kits here. So we got these little bags, and we had like a bunch of supplies, like like a powder puff, and of course sponges, and a couple brushes, some crepe hair, stipple sponge, pen, mascara, and some mascara wands, and a headband, just like basic supplies that we would need throughout it. And then they also gave us a towel and a Vancouver Film School cape, which is awesome because my cape is so gooed up and everything from actually the full program. So once she was done and she handed those out, in the afternoon we actually started painting our skulls. So I went first. I think I went first every single time, probably because I've done it before. And luckily my skull turned out much better than it did the previous time. And it just happened that I just randomly decided to paint a skull on myself a couple weeks ago, and I figured out what I didn't like about it, and I was able to kind of figure it out. And so when I was doing it on my friend here, I call her Wichita because her name wasn't written properly, but yeah, so when I was doing it on her, then I was like a little bit more confident with my abilities. And then in the afterwards, that she also painted it on me. On the second day, we actually started at 9 o'clock, and we had a makeup demo for, I think it was bruises and cuts, or scrapes and things like that. And basically you have to kind of create a realistic looking scrape, and I think we were using the Ben Nye colors, like the Ben Nye bruise kind of palette or something. Yeah, and so we had to recreate a bruise, and then we could also play with some blood, or real, it's called real blood because the brand is real. But yeah, anyway, so we got to play with that and some stipple sponges and created scrapes with that. And then on Wednesday, we actually practiced our beauty makeup. And the beauty makeup that we were doing was no makeup. So this is the general makeup that people wear in film. So we had to correct anything on their face, like any blemishes, dark under eye circles, that kind of stuff. Luckily, my model was flawless. She didn't really have too much to correct. And once we corrected that, then we did basic kind of eye makeup. So it wasn't glamour or anything like that. So you make the lashes look thicker, apply mascara, do a little bit of contouring on the face and the eyes, add a little bit of lip color. And then on Thursday, we actually did hair work, and I love hair work. I love laying hair, I love ventilating, I love working with wigs, I love styling hair. So this was I love this. And it was actually kind of different because we used crepe hair, but we didn't straighten the crepe hair beforehand, so it was actually still really curly. So it was really strange to work with because it was so fluffy. And here I am laying hair on Melanie, and Melanie is a local here, and she also she knew me on YouTube, and then she also knew me on Beautylish, which is kind of interesting. So it was fun, we know all the same kind of people. Yeah, and so it was fun working with her and seeing her with a beard. And then there's also me with a beard, and for some odd reason I really love wearing facial hair. It just seems to I don't know, I feel so handsome in it. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, I always really enjoy the hair laying days. And that day was actually our last day with Michelle. She was being replaced by another teacher that I actually know really well named Vicky. And Vicky is also working in the film industry. All the instructors at VFS are from they've all have at least 5 years experience in the film industry. And Vicky has worked on things from Planet of the Apes and Twilight, and yeah, she's done a lot of big movies here. Anyway, so Vicky on Friday taught us airbrushing, and I completely forgot to get a clip of me airbrushing, but I was airbrushing on Kevin, and he is a man and he also has freckles, and so when you apply makeup on men and people with freckles, you want to apply minimal makeup because you don't want to actually just cover up all the freckles, because that would just look really caked on, I guess. Plus, freckles are just natural camouflage, and people, it's like a beauty feature of people. Yeah, we had to learn how to match the foundations, how to work the airbrush gun. So that wrapped basically the last part of the makeup application. And after that, Stan came back in and he brought in the student kits. So, because a lot of people are kind of interested in what you actually get. So in the full-time program, everything is included in your tuition price, so you're not paying out of pocket for any other products. And they use a mix of tons of different kinds of products. They use Ben Nye, MAC, Makeup Forever, Kryolan, Mayron, you name it. They basically have it. Anything that's really good, they have it in the kit. I guess they replaced the actual makeup kit, with a new one by Stilazzi. And if you see me, my airbrush compressor review and everything, that's actually the brand Stilazzi. And so it's much bigger and it looks much sturdier, because I remember pulling my kit and having the actual kit thing pop off the wheels one time, so that was unfortunate. Anyway, so it seems more durable, it's larger, so you can actually stuff it with more products as you build your kit, like later on. And yeah, so that's basically how we finished off the day, him showing us the student kits, and I actually saw new products in there that I want from Ben Nye, and I also want that Stalazi kit. So that is basically the summer intensive. When we finished, everybody was really sad, you know, because everybody spent 5 days together, and everybody was really sad to be going back home. I think there was like 5 people from the US, and the rest were from Canada, but there was only, I think, 2 of us that were actually from Vancouver. Everybody else was like from BC, Alberta, and yeah, in the States. I had a really good time at the summer intensive. Basically, your tuition that you pay for the summer intensive can go towards the actual full-time program within a year if you decide to go within 12 months. And the I'll link to the summer intensive site, and I'll also link to the full-time program down below. So if you guys want to go check those out, then, you know, I would suggest, you know, if you're not too sure if you want to enroll in the full-time program or not, you know, and you want to come check out the school and teach some of the teachers and everything, then I definitely suggest that you enroll in next year's summer intensive. And I had a blast, and I miss going to the school, and I want to go back again. You know, if I had, you know, another tuition price to kick around, then I would go back into the school again. Because I have so much fun there, and I miss everybody there. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little review of the summer intensive, and I'll see you later.